morning, love. I'm so grateful you're here. Hooray. It's a day of showing up. Showing up is going to be our theme for today. And that's because I'm amazed that I'm here. I'm amazed that I'm showing up. Remember how it is when time changes artificially and the clocks change, and especially when you've just driven across 3 time zones from Pacific to Eastern, and you're already getting over that. And then this morning, it feels like I've been shoved out over the Atlantic Ocean on a hoverboard. I don't know how many miles there usually is between time zones. Is there usually like, I don't know, 500, 600 miles? So 600 miles out there. Are there any islands, any barrier islands out there 600 miles out on the Atlantic? But beyond all that, how are you feeling? How are you feeling today? No matter what day you're watching this, how are you feeling? Are you excited about showing up for this new day? What does it take? I'm gonna ask you a question and I hope you'll tell me in the comments. What does it take for you to be excited about the new day? One of the most powerful coaching questions that I've been known to ask coaching clients when they're kind of feeling like draggy or unmotivated is, I ask the question, what are you looking forward to? And that's something that I practice in my life, is having stuff to look forward to. Even if I may say, I'm looking forward to having my first cup of coffee. Day before yesterday, I was like, I'm looking forward to having my first cup of my coffee, not coffee someone else makes, because I make a really good cup of coffee. I think I make a better cup of coffee than many of these big coffee places who mostly make coffee in order to add stuff to it and, you know, add a lot of calories and add a lot of sugar and add a lot of concocted recipes. I like my coffee pretty much plain. See, it looks like real coffee. You can't even see it because the mug's so. If you can have something to show up for, if you can have something to look forward to, it could be as simple as going for my morning walk is something I look forward to. It could be greeting you with good morning, love. It could be thinking deep thoughts. I really love thinking deep thoughts and love deep conversations. It could be the joy of my pencil hitting my journal for the first time in the morning. I actually really love that. I love the sound of the pencil across the paper. You don't need to have some big mountaintop experience to look forward to in life. If we can practice looking forward to the small things, sooner or later, you're going to find out that your life is much more fun than you ever expected. I mean, what was the last fun thing you did? I'll give you space. What was the last fun thing that you did? That's a good one. What are some fun things you're thinking about doing? Some of you know that I'm doing 26 experiments in 2026. The last one that I did, juggling preview, I'm going to make a video about this. I failed. I have gotten better at my juggling, but I would not call myself a successful juggler yet. So I'm going to go back on that. I also failed in updating you about what I was doing after I was juggling. I was walking backward. You've seen some of that. You've seen me walking backward in some videos, but I never made the bold proclamation about that. And both of these things, juggling and walking backwards and being convivial and even walking with a book on my head, these are experiments that were really fun and quirky. And I'm fun and quirky, so it made me feel better to do them and to share them with you. I'm going to be sharing, hopefully tomorrow you will see, or Tuesday, Video Life, Creator Life. On Wednesday, I was going to start on Monday, but on Wednesday, we're going to start the cross-country road trip west to east. There's so many things for you to see, so much fun stuff. You get to meet some of my family members. You will see things you haven't seen before. You'll see me getting really excited about rest stops and funny Route 66 things. But all of this has to do with showing up, being here, having fun, exploring, looking at the wonder of the simple. I mean, someone who assesses rest stops, which one has to use on road trips. If you don't want to spend money, go to a rest stop and be entertained at rest stops. I mean, that's kind of an art form, I would think. So here's what I would love for you to think about if you're still with me, is about looking forward to the simplest things. Instead of expecting to be entertained, show up with your heart wide open. Show up with your emotions rolling, maybe even complaining for some of you, that's a sport. Show up in life in a way that you feel more alive. And if you've lost touch with that, send me a message. Let's talk about it. We can talk about it one-on-one. We can talk about it here in the comments. What can we do to help you feel more alive again? To make you feel less adrift and more engaged with your world. All right, I think I've woken up thanks to you, and thanks to saying good morning, love. You are love. You're love made form, and life is love made form. And I am so grateful that once again, you allowed me into your world briefly, even in my fully imperfect ways. Thanks so much, and we'll see you on the next video.